Hey everybody, this is Bill with VanEvans Tours. I've been threatening for some time to do a packing class that might be useful for our customers, figure out how to pack that bag and have a good trip. A lot of times we don't choose to go on a trip because we're not really sure about how to pack a bag for such a thing, so hopefully this will be of some use. Alright, so moseying right along, I'm going to go through a few things I have written up here and we'll talk about each one. We make our trips with one carry-on bag and one day pack. Now the carry-on bag dimensions are 9 inches by 14 inches by 22, and I think there may have been some changes to that. It may be only 21 inches now, but basically I took my bag, which is of this dimension, and it worked fine last time I was there. And we'll check that information and see if it's significantly different, but I don't think it is. Alright, that carry-on bag, those dimensions have to include both the handle and wheels. The day pack is just a standard day pack. You pick it up at Walmart or wherever, something that your kiddies use to maybe go to pack their books and go to school with. Mine is, well, we'll see it in the live demonstration, but it's not one of these gigantic things that you see the backpackers in Europe with. It's just a day pack, and the neat thing about it is once you get to your location, you take everything out of the backpack, and now it's a day pack that you can use for water and a jacket and an umbrella and those kind of things for your day trips. So those are the two things we travel with because that's what fits on the airplane, and that's what fits in the vans or the vehicles. When you've got the seats full of people, you can't really stand to have bags much bigger than this or for each person, or you're not going to get them in there. Alright. There's several different types of bags out there. The one on the right is a no-no. Basically, that's your cute little bag that has 4 wheels and rolls around. They're fully cast ring wheels, and the problem you're going to run into with those guys is those wheels are prone to get broken off, and I've seen it happen, and now you have a bag that's pretty much not so great. So those wheels being exposed are prone to failure. This is the one you want. It has the extensible handle. It folds down, slides down inside the bag for stowing, and it's just got 2 wheels, and those wheels are pretty much protected by the bag itself. They're built into the bag with just enough wheel showing to make it easy to roll around. So the wheels are protected by the bag, and you got this extensible handle because you're going to see pretty soon that handle turns your bag into basically a moving dolly, one of these things you've seen that people put things on and roll around. Now your bag is that guy. Alright. A lot of these bags come with a piggyback strap, and that piggyback strap basically allows you to attach another bag, and it just hangs on top of your other bag, and now you've got 2 bags traveling down the roadway or through the terminal. And that's a good place to attach your day pack if you've got a long distance to roll. And I've also shown on this particular drawing that there are these bags out there that have a zipper on. It's kind of a expansion zipper. You unzip it, and now you got maybe a couple more inches of room in there to stuff stuff in this bag. Problem with it is it really doesn't work if you're checking your bag, because your bag is now going to be over the size limit. But it's still not a bad bag to have, because as you'll see later, once you've headed home, maybe because your home has got clothes and everything you need for a few days, maybe you don't mind checking your bag, and if it gets lost and doesn't keep up with you, it's not a big deal. It'll show up eventually, we hope, and in the meantime you've still got everything you need at your house. So this type of bag with a piggyback strap, extensible handle, allows you to travel fast and light on foot, by car, and train, and by plane, etc. So it's a good bag to have, and most people have that type of bag. So it's not a real stranger. Okay, if I can get to the next page here. Easier said than done. Make sure I got it right. Yep. Okay, heading over. Some things to keep in mind. We like to carry on. And that's pretty important, because if you check your bag and it gets lost, it may never catch up with you. So there you are in Europe with none of your stuff. That calamity is something hard to recover from. We've had bags disappear on trips over there, but they, luckily enough, did catch up a couple days later. But the persons who lost those bags were a bit of a bind for a few days. Okay, the expansion zipper must be closed to meet the size restrictions if you're carrying on, so you might as well just get used to the fact, leave that thing zipped up unless you're coming home. And we'll talk about that shortly. If you are offered or asked to check at the gate by dropping off and picking up as you enter and exit the aircraft, this might work. This might be okay. We've done this, and because you drop it at the bottom of the jetway just as you're going into the aircraft, then the ground crew will get it back up to the next jetway, and you should be able to pick it up there going up the jetway. The issue at hand is, as long as that works, and it will happen that way, you might be just fine. But there's still a chance that that bag could find its way somewhere else. So it's probably best to carry on if at all possible, unless somebody is really wanting to bust your kneecaps over it. All right, let's mosey on. Okay, returning from over there, well, might be okay to check your bag going home, as it will have you'll have clothes, etc., available when you get there, so it's not so much of a problem. Use that expansion zipper to have room for those gifts, etc., you may have purchased along the way. Get more room by leaving behind stuff that you no longer need or want. You may have taken some stuff over there that you found out now is maybe not something you'd ever take over there again, and you really don't need it in your closet at home. So I'm sure they have a Goodwill and those kind of things, and you can probably leave them with somebody there at the hotel, and maybe they'll get them to where somebody can use them. However, if you are carrying some expensive items and you want to put them in your bag and carry them on, then you should do that, because, well, once again, if you've got something of real value, you want to keep your hands on it for the whole way. So that might be a reason returning home to actually carry on. Okay, let's see what's up next here. Should have put some tabs on these things. Would have been a lot easier. I don't have any luck here at all. No luck at all. Alright, I think we're there. Okay, here's your bag. Yeah, I know it doesn't exactly look like your bag, but it's similar. What I've got as the top picture is the bag laying flat on your bed, ready to pack. And then the bottom one picture is a picture from the side, as it would appear if you got down next to the surface of your bed and looked straight on at it. And what you got here that you really need to make use of is you will see three valleys in there. These valleys are formed by your handle, and the part that's inside the bag and the part that you extend makes for these three valleys. Well, those valleys are quite useful, and you don't want to not utilize them correctly. That's the place. Those valleys need to be filled up with socks, underwear, belts, those kind of things, because they're small items. You can cram them in there, and it's okay to overstuff the valley, because it'll all crush down with over time and the weight on it. And then once you have your layered in the valleys of those items, then you can start laying in pants, shorts, shirts, all these other things that take up a little more room. They're not going to fit in the valley, and if you throw a pair of pants over the top of the valley before you stuff the valleys, then you just wasted a whole bunch of space. So anyway, we'll see that in the live demo. Let's see what else we got here. Ah, it's a live demo. Okay, so I'm going to have to